Yo, yo, what's goody world? We are back. It is Nolo Tee.
Hey, y'all.
We back with one of our favorites, the homie Joey Diaz. We told you guys we was going to run through the whole This Is Not Happening series that he has going. Well, his version of the series. I don't know what number we're on, but we definitely going to run through them all.
We've done a few.
Yeah, I think it's only 9 of them. I think 9 or 10. Anyways, this one is Box of Soul, Joey Diaz. You ready to rock, baby?
Let's do it. Let's go. Press play.
Let's
Start it right now.
Best friends in the world, Mr. Joey Coco Diaz.
It's so funny like that. You know, Santeria was big to me, and I tell you something, like, you look at me like I didn't cut chicken heads and shit. It was a beautiful religion. The lady who taught it to me, when we came from Cuba, my dad died. My mom took me up to 148. She was a dark Cuban, real pretty, an African Cuban woman, and she would throw cards, and she would read me little things, and she always read me scriptures. She got me because she had a fucking collie. She had like a lassie dog. That's how she'd suck me in and shit. I'd go up there to play with the lassie, and then she'd cut chicken heads and put spells on me and shit. But I love this motherfucker. I would go up there. That's where I saw my first dead body on Riverside Highway there. They had a piece of plywood. I was like 6. I went up there, and the kids from the neighborhood, and I lived on the west side at that time, you know, with little like fucking, nice kids. These kids were fucking dirty and shit, so I like going up there and then I'd hang out with my godmother, you know. And my godmother just taught me a lot of things. She always taught me to not hang out in corners because I was like a sponge, and I'd pick up bad energies. And she told me to get a box when I was like 7. And she goes, I want you to put everything that means something to you as you're growing up. You don't have to tell your mom, you don't have to tell nobody. Like your first lock of hair, she wants me to put my boots in there, my birth certificate, any trophies I had, my mom and dad's wedding picture. She just kept telling me, put little things in there. And every once in a while, when you get angry, I want you to go pray to that box. Just go over and say Our Father and just look at the box and look at everything, because that means you'll never get lost. And I would do that. I really believed in what she was saying. And I filled up this box, and once a week I'd go upstairs. As I got old, I'd smoke pot and blow smoke into the box and read shit. But my mom had a bar growing up, right? And I told you guys, my mom had a fucking hot bar with cool Cuban dudes. And one of the dudes that hang out in there, his name was Martin and Maricon. That means Martin the Fag, right? You can't say the word fag, PC people, so we'll call him Martin the gay guy for this story. You know, when I was a kid, I met Martin when I was like 6.
Let me just say this. I'm going to have to edit that out. I'm going to have to mute those words. So y'all can get mad all y'all want. But that's what we got to do to get this video up.
Know what to think of him. When you're 6 and you're a young man, and then somebody says a man is gay, I didn't know. I couldn't fathom it in my mind. I just knew he wasn't like everybody else. I didn't even know. He was a tough guy, you know. He was a good-looking dude. He was a seamstress in the daytime for a play, but at night he sold coke in the city to all CBGBs and shit. This is like the fucking mid-70s. This guy, he would fucking pop in front of me and snort those poppers and shit. I didn't know how to feel about Martin until one day we were at the bar in the afternoon, and I was playing pinball behind him, like 10 feet from him, and some guy goes, look who it is, Martin the Fag, and he pulled out a fucking gun. And he goes, listen, motherfucker, don't you ever call me Martin the Fag. Unless I suck your dick or you suck my dick, you don't ever call me Martin the Fag. I'll put a bullet in you. But I was in direct fire with them. So my mother's yelling, Martin, Coco's here. And he's like, fuck Coco. Coco needs to see this. This is called respect. Listen, the next day I almost sucked his dick. Do you understand me? I never saw nobody pull a gun.
I'm not editing that shit out.
Oh my God.
I'm leaving it in. Fuck it. They just got to yellow the video. Y'all, we got to hear this the whole way. We got to hear this the right way.
On nobody. Never mind threaten him and hold the gun all the way out. He just fucking pointed it at him. And he goes, I'll fucking get you later. And 2 days later, he came to my door and he apologized. I'm like, Martin, you're my fucking Charles Bronson. Nobody's ever pulled the gun on nobody. And you know, this guy was he was a man that his sexual preference was other men. You know, but I'm gonna tell you something, because I know there's some gay people here tonight. He opened the door for you motherfuckers. Because that guy used to get beat up every fucking night in the city, and he'd fight to the fucking death, that guy. I'd see him the next day with black eyes, snorting poppers and shit. You know, that guy was a real motherfucking gay guy. I loved Martin with all my fucking life. I would see Martin, I'd take him to movies with me. My mom would pull me aside, be careful with Martin. Be careful, I don't want to hear no fucking stories. But I love Martin. I didn't care. I didn't fucking care. At that age, I was tight with Martin. I'd go to Martin's house. He'd tell me about the bands he saw. He saw the Clash, the Police. He used to tell me about all this fucking music, and I loved Martin. So my mom died, and I had that fucking box. But I moved in with this Italian family. I couldn't bring my Santeria box with these fucking savages, so... I left a box with Martin the Fag, and I would go to his house once a week and pray. And Martin was into Santeria also, and he'd talk to me. But one night I'm there, when I'm like in 1981, 82, and I'm looking at this box, and it's got some cocaine, and I take a few bumps out of it, and it's tremendous cocaine. It was off the hook. You know, all those years, I didn't talk to Martin about coke. And even now that I was doing coke, I wouldn't tell Martin. I was too ashamed. But I went over there, and I looked in the box, and he had a big bag of blow. So like a month later, I robbed Martin. My stupidity, I robbed him. Like, just like a jerk off that I was, it's 18 or 19.
I tell you, man, his aunt was in line, or was godmother, about what I've learned about Joey, listening to his story. He was definitely easily influenced. Like, real, what's the word I'm looking for? Impressionable?
Impressionable?
Like, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I'm looking for.
Easily influenced.
Yeah, easily influenced. Yeah. And this sounds like something like, he'll just put all moral aside and be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I robbed Martin, but I left my box in there. So this was 1982. In 85, I left Jersey, and I didn't talk to Martin. But let me tell you how bad of a bum Martin was. Martin knew that I visited my mom's grave, and he would leave me little notes. I'm gonna fucking kill you, cocksucker. Until my father found one of the notes, and then he went off on Martin. He goes, what's going on between you and Martin? He won't tell me. Martin kept it to himself. It was between him and me. I always loved Martin. I just fucked up. Listen, I sold my soul for coke. I stole the fucking guy's coke, and I left my box there. So in 1985, I go to 148th Street to cop weed, and I go, let me go see if my godmother's home, because I'm going to Colorado tomorrow. I go upstairs to see my godmother, and she's talking to me. She goes, you still go pray and see the box? I go, I haven't fucking seen the box, Martin and me. And she goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I told you not to leave the fucking box over there, to bring it over here. And she tells me, she goes, are you doing cocaine? I lied to her. I go, never. And she goes, you're not supposed to do cocaine. It's in your fucking numbers. And listen, don't do business with 3 people, because 2 of them will corner up on you, and you'll get fucked up. Sure enough, I got arrested for fucking kidnapping with 3 fucking guys. Anyway, that's a complete different fucking situation. But I never saw her again. I went to Colorado, and I didn't come back to New York till 91. I went looking for that fucking box, and Martin had long gone. My godmother had long gone. I was lost, guys. I didn't know. And deep down inside, I knew I had sold my soul. So in 2013, I got a Twitter message to do a story about Santeria in England. And I do the story for this blog site in England. About a year later, do you know I wake up one morning, there's a tweet, and it says, hi, my name is Miriam, whatever my name is. We have your box. I'm married to your godmother's son. She passed away and left us your box. I flew to Miami a month later. I picked up my fucking box. Everything was in there. My hair curls, my baby shoes, my fucking trophies, my mom's pictures, my saints. And I got my soul back. I got my fucking soul back. Not too many people could ever get their fucking soul. So that's my story. Thank you very much, guys.
He has some wild stories.
Man, he has some wild, babe. You know I like to talk. Maybe I get on here and tell some of my stories. You think they'll listen?
They will. We have to discuss what
stories I'm gonna tell. We got some good stories. We got some this is not happening. Yo, we got some this is not happening stories. But these kind of stories are fucking, we'll be in this bitch crying. We'll be in this bitch crying, telling these wild ass stories. And Joey he always holding tears back, but we'll be in this bitch crying. Anyways, that was a good story. Yeah, but there's a story that people been telling us that we need to watch. I don't think it's on this
Joey
series.
Diaz?
Yeah, it's about him kidnapping a drug dealer.
Oh, so maybe that's what he was just talking about.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna see if this video loads up with all the F-bombs in it. we'll see. If they block it globally, I'm gonna block out the words. If they just yellow it, I'm gonna leave it because they yellow all of Joey videos. His language, they never, like when you go to trim, because they give you an option like you can like mute it or trim the part out. It'd be like the whole video. It'd be like the whole video you got to trim out. So if it go up yellow, we gonna leave the F-bombs. If it go up globally blocked, we gonna mute them and see if we can still, because I know it's still gonna be yellow. Anyways, like, comment, share, please subscribe. It's Nolo and T. We are out. See you next time.
Bye.
Peace.